It's Kevin Schmidt again, physical therapist, bike fitter out here at Pedal PT out here in beautiful Portland, Oregon. Wanted to get on here and talk a little bit. I had someone reach out to me asking a little bit about neck stretching. So I think as cyclists, we're hunched over the bike a lot. People are like, well, what are some real simple stretching exercises and things that I can do? Maybe if I'm at a stoplight or if I'm having a lunch break or anything I can do to kind of help loosen up or kind of stretch out these muscles of my neck when I'm riding the bike. So like I said, let's talk about that. There's really only about 3 exercises you really need to know to stretch your neck. Like I said, most of the time we're on the bike, we're poking our head forward, we're looking down the road. So the first exercise that we generally will teach you guys is what's called a chin tuck. And that's basically trying to take this forward head position and kind of bring our head kind of back over our shoulders. When we do this, you'll want to kind of keep your teeth together, like not clenching, but keep your teeth together when you do this. You'll be facing straight ahead and you'll be pushing the head and neck straight backwards. So I'll show you from the front and then I'll show you from the side just so you can see this. When you do this stretch, you want to hold this about 10 seconds when you kind of feel that stretch. You never want to be fast or rush through any of these exercises. So the first of which, chin tuck, looks like this. And again, as we do this exercise, you're gonna hold that 10 seconds. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see, same thing. And again, you're gonna hold that about 10 seconds, maybe 5 or 6 reps. This is a nice way to kind of get your head back over your shoulders. It also does help to decompress a little bit, kind of where the base of your neck and your skull meets your neck right there. Sometimes it alleviates a headache a little bit too. So that would be exercise number 1, what we call chin tuck. Number 2 is just turning your head. So just trying to look over your shoulder. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see this, but basically when we turn our head, you wanna make sure that you always lead with your chin. You never wanna lead with your eyes. That will actually compress your neck a little bit. So when we're turning, we're looking over the shoulder, pressure to the chin, and then trying to give a little bit extra stretch, trying to get that chin to shoulder. So kind of going this direction. I'm gonna turn back to the front so you can see me. So again, turning to the side, we turn, and we stretch our neck. Generally speaking, we're gonna go about 4 times to one direction, and then you'd go, same thing, to the other direction as well. Typically one side is gonna be a little tighter than the other, but this stretch is very useful for cyclists because of the pure fact that we do need to look over our shoulder to check for traffic and things of that nature. That's exercise number 2. The last exercise that we're gonna teach you basically kind of helps to stretch kind of the upper trapezius muscles, these muscles kind of on the top of your shoulder a little bit. The way we stretch those is we're gonna kind of side bend our head to the side. The key is if you do side bend your head to the side, you wanna make sure that this opposite shoulder stays down. So I'm gonna keep this shoulder down. I'm gonna just kind of bring I'm aiming to kind of get my right ear to my right shoulder. And as you do this, you'll feel this stretch kind of through the side of the neck as well. And again, back and forth, you'd go to that same direction again, maybe 3 to 4 times. You can add rotation in this position. If you're tilted a little bit, then you can kind of turn your head a little bit. That will also kind of change that stretch a little bit into the back side of the neck as well. Of course, going the other direction, side bend, turn, those kind of things. So those 3 stretches are kind of the most common stretches that we will teach cyclists to help keep the neck mobile, stretch out those muscles a little bit. If you are interested in learning about stretching exercises, I do have a simple program. It's only $20 and it covers not only the neck, but the entire body. So we're talking about shoulders, elbows, wrists and hands, knees, lower back, hips, everything of the body that a cyclist needs. And the program is called Simple Stretching for Cyclists. I'll leave a link in the link below for you guys to check that in the comments below. So if you guys are curious about that, might be the best $20 that you spend, but not only is it stretches for the neck, it's for the entire body. We also do have another kind of a recovery routine in there as well, about a 15-minute recovery routine for those of you that are cyclists. So check that out. Of course, if you found any value to this, please click like or consider subscribing. If you have questions, please list those below. Keep those questions coming, guys. It's your questions that keep this channel going. Till next time, I'll see you then.